Welcome to Fox Fight Game. I'm Mike Straka. August 1st, Affliction comes back. Fedor Emelianenko will be facing Josh Barnett, which could be his last fight with Affliction, so his last fight on the contract with Affliction. Joining me now is Fedor Emelianenko, along with his interpreter and manager, right? Attorney.
For M1.
Yes. Are you going to look for another organization to fight with after this fight?
Нет, не думаю. Нам хорошо работало с Affliction. Но это скорее дела Вадика, чем мои.
No, I don't think so. You know, our relationship with Affliction has been very good, but it depends on what their desires are in the future. But our relationship has been great, and really depends on Vadim, my manager, and what's decided in the future.
Could there be a UFC in Fedor's future?
Дело не в том, что включено или не включено UFC в моей карьере. Я не против выступать в UFC. Дело в том, какие условия предлагает UFC для того, чтобы я там выступал.
Yeah, it's not really. It doesn't come down to, and it's not a matter of whether or not the UFC is going to be in my career. I'm not opposed to being in the UFC. It really comes down to whether or not the terms that I fight in the UFC, whether they'll be acceptable for me to be with them.
Does it bother you if you don't fight in UFC? If you don't have a UFC heavyweight belt, would that bother you?
Я не расстроюсь.
I won't be bothered by it.
Do you think Josh Barnett is a worthy opponent?
Ну, конечно, Джош Барнетт один из сильнейших бойцов в мире. Он давно таким является и один из самых серьезных, да.
Yes, of course. Josh Barnett is one of the strongest fighters in the world, and one of the most deserving fighters in the world. He's been one of the top fighters for many years now, and of course he is a deserving opponent.
What's your relationship like with Josh? A lot of these events, you guys seem to be friends.
У нас замечательные отношения. Но если поставлены такие условия, что мы должны биться, ну, будем биться. Это спорт.
We have a great relationship, but you know the circumstances are is that we have to fight each other, and so this is a sport, and that's what we're going to have to do.
A lot of people think that Arlovsky was winning the first round before you knocked him out. Was there something in your game did you expose a weakness in your game?
Ну, честно сказать, я не задумывался об этом, не думаю об этом. Я бы не сказал, что Андрей что-то показал, мои какие-то слабости, или он вел этот поединок. Бой только начался, и, по-моему, он шел достаточно ровно, поэтому я об этом, честно сказать, голову себе не забивал.
You know, honestly, I don't really think about it, and I haven't really thought about it. It's not something that I, really bog my mind over. I don't really think that Andre, I thought the fight was fairly even. The fight had just begun, and I don't really feel that Andre really exposed any weaknesses during that short period of time.
When he did that flying knee, what was your clarity like? Did you see him flying, and did you just throw that overhand right, and you saw it knock him out?
Ну, я видел движение Андрея, понял, что он хочет сделать, и атаковал его на опережение. Все видел.
Yeah, I mean, everything was pretty clear. I had seen his move coming up, and I knew what he wanted to do, and I had an answer for it. So I saw everything, yeah.
A lot of your supporters and your fans commend you on you're always calm. When you're fighting, is that something that keeps you in the game, your calmness?
Да нет, на самом деле это не часть стратегии, это мой характер, наверное.
No, in reality, it's not part of my strategy or part of my game plan. It's part of my personality.
When you look at other heavyweights, somebody like Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir, Josh Barnett, do you see yourself fighting all of these guys who are the top heavyweights in the world sometime in your career?
Да, возможно, конечно. Я рассматриваю их как своих оппонентов, как своих соперников. То есть я понимаю, что, возможно, мне предстоит с ними драться, выступать в будущем.
Yeah, no, I look at all these potential opponents, and I hope that in my career I would meet with them, and I follow their careers, knowing that one day I may have to meet them in the future.
Do you have anything left to prove?
Тебе есть что-то доказать еще? Осталось что-то доказать.
Э, Всегда есть что доказывать. Всегда есть что доказывать. Я хочу славить своими победами свою страну, Господа Бога.
There's always something out there to prove. There's always something left to prove. I wanna prove that I'm a good fighter for my country, for God. There's always something still out there.
Is there any added pressure being that you are seen as a Russian fighter as opposed to just a professional mixed martial artist?
Ну, конечно. Конечно, я всегда помню, что я выступаю за свою страну, что я представляю свою страну. Конечно.
Yeah, absolutely. I always think about the fact that I fight for my country, that I represent my country, and it's always on my mind.
Наверное, в первую очередь это, а потом уже все остальное.
You know, that's first and foremost, and then everything else comes secondary.
That's a key point of differentiation between all the other fighters in the world.
Спасибо.
Thank you.
Could that be why you're so good?
Это мне вопрос.
Yeah, is that a question for me? Yes, no.
I don't know.
It drives you, though, doesn't it? It drives you to be the best.
Я хочу просто выступать и побеждать. Если Господь Бог дает мне победы, то значит славить ими свое Отечество.
Yeah, I just want to perform. I just want to be out there, and if God gives me the ability to win and be victorious, that's wonderful. But I just want to be out there representing my country and knowing that people know that I fight for where I come from.
At 33 years old, you're still in the prime of your career. People might think that you might want to retire. Is that true?
Ну, пока я, слава Богу, чувствую себя хорошо и хотел бы еще повыступать. Нет, это неправда. Я хотел бы еще, в ближайшие доработать контракт и, если все будет, слава Богу, хорошо, заключить новый.
Well, right now, thank God, I feel great, and I perform great, and I'd really like to keep fighting as long as I can, and keep fighting throughout the current contract, and hopefully fight into a new contract. So it's not true. As far as retirement goes, my desire is to keep fighting.
All right, when you fight Josh Barnett, he's a tall guy. What's your strategy? Take him down, ground and pound?
Все, наверное, будет видно во время боя. Так не могу, не загадываю.
I don't know yet. I don't really predict ever. Everything's gonna happen as the fight transpires, as it plays out. So we'll see what happens.
How do you feel today?
Как ты сегодня
Good.
чувствуешь?
I feel good. Thank you.
Do you like being in America?
Yeah, I like. Только мне недостаточно времени, чтобы погулять, посетить, побыть туристом.
I like it. I never have any time to just relax and just kind of sit down, chill out, and be a tourist. So that's one thing I regret, that I never have enough time to just do things like a normal guy.
All right, so we've established that Fedor is open to UFC if the terms are amenable, and he'd like to fight everybody that he could possibly fight. He's not going to retire. He's ready for Josh Barnett. Feels good today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.